Hey everyone, I'm Lisa and this is KidStuffHQ, and today I am making some smoothie packs. Now smoothie packs are a great way that I get my toddler to get more fruits and veggies during the day. These are great. I make a batch of them all at once. They last for a few days, so I'm gonna teach you how to make them. Gets a bunch of leafy greens into his diet. It's just a really great way in order to be able to get him the fruits and veggies he needs. Now, if you like this video and other things like reviews, you might wanna consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna try to put videos like this out every week. The first thing that I have is I have a bag of power greens. This is kind of the meat and potatoes of a smoothie pack. I buy this at Costco. I like it because it's baby chard, baby spinach, and baby kale. So it's quite a bit of, you get a lot of things in one bag. Lots of leafy greens. I also just buy things of spinach from the grocery store, Walmart, Target, and I use those in it as well. So the key to making a really good smoothie pack, very, very green, is to just load this thing down with leafy greens. You really can't even taste them, especially if they're kind of sucking them up through a pack. I really get a lot of good veggies into my kids' diet this way. Now, even though that bag is always pre-washed, I always take this to the sink and rinse it. So I'm gonna take my blender unit to the sink and I'm gonna rinse it. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just filled this with water, kind of swished it around a little bit with my hand, emptied the water out, and now I'm good to go. It's just a preference. Don't know why I wash them twice. I think it's because I saw an episode of CSI one time where some lady died from her salad E. coli. It was fake TV and it still stuck with me. So my key ingredient in these smoothie packs is always a banana. I always keep bananas on hand. If you don't have a banana, an avocado works as well. The reason this is so key is for consistency. This really helps with the consistency of what the smoothie is going to be like. So it helps to have them a little bit more done, a little bit more ripe, because then the banana has more natural sugar to it. And so that really sweetens the smoothie. You don't have to add much added sugar. Next thing I'm adding is some pineapple. This is frozen pineapple. Frozen pineapple is typically picked at the peak of freshness. So again, this is very sweet. You don't really have to add any sweeteners to this if you're using really sweet pineapple. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the blender unit as well. Next, I've got a steam in bag broccoli medley. This is from Target. I can toss in a few pieces of broccoli. My kid won't even know that they're in there. You really can't even taste them. And sometimes I go heavier, sometimes I go lighter. But really what I'm here for is the carrots. So I'm gonna toss quite a few carrots in. If your kid just won't eat vegetables, you kind of find creative ways to get them into their diet. A lot of times it has to do with the consistency of them. And this really just breaks them down to where they don't even notice. God bless a kid that doesn't know that they're eating veggies. So I have quite a few carrots in here now, a little bit of broccoli, doesn't hurt to throw that in too. I'm gonna keep the cauliflower and I'll show you how to make a really great cauliflower Alfredo sauce that I have my kid dip everything in another video. So if you do buy one of these bags that has cauliflower, broccoli, and carrots, keep the cauliflower because it's great to make cauliflower Alfredo. So I've got my spinach and my leafy greens. I've got a banana that's nice and ripe, so it's nice and sweet. I've got my frozen pineapple that's really sweet as well. And then I've got my carrots, my broccoli. You can add cucumber to this. You can add celery if your kid doesn't mind that taste of celery. And again, with the fruits, you don't have to add sweet things. You can add berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, whatever's in season. But really what's vital is that you do get that really big base of leafy greens, and then you get either a banana or an avocado for that consistency of the smoothie. Because it's already really sweet, I don't have to add much sweetness to it. I'm gonna add a little bit of mango nectar. I get this from Costco as well, and sometimes they have mango nectar, sometimes they have guava nectar, sometimes they have both. I tend to pick them up. This lasts a really long time because I use very little of it. So I would say I only use, and again, this is gonna make 4 or 5 packs. So I'm gonna use like 1/4 of a cup. So I'm just gonna pour a little bit in. I think that's probably enough. Just very, very little of this goes a long way. And we want them to be really thick. If you think about making regular smoothies, they're generally really thin, but these are going into these reusable pouches. I'll talk about these in a minute. And you kind of want them to be thick or else they tend to dribble out everywhere. Now I'm also going to put in, wrong cup, I'm also gonna put in just a little bit of water, just a little bit to get it started. And then I'm gonna punch it down with my Vitamix tool for my blender to make it, to just keep it thick, and it'll thin out as it goes. So I'm just gonna add a hair to get it started. Let me talk about the blender for a minute. This is my Pride and Joy kitchen piece. I got this when I got married as a wedding gift. If I could save up for any item in this kitchen, it would be this blender. You can get them at Target. You can get them at Costco. Sometimes they have a really good deal on them. Anyway, moral of the story is any blender will work, but the higher power blender you have, so whether that's a Ninja or a Vitamix, the better off it's gonna do at pulverizing what you put in it and really liquefying it. So I have used my Vitamix for smoothies for years. It's just a great tool. I will link the one that I have down below in the comments, as well as a couple others kind of on different price points. Okay, so it also comes with a damper, the Vitamix says. Now I'm gonna be pushing this down as I go because I want it to be really thick. So I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna stop talking because you're not gonna be able to, you know, I'm gonna turn it on and I'm really just gonna push this down and you can just kind of watch what I'm doing there. And we're done. So what I'm gonna do is I always just tend to taste it. So I have a clean spoon. I'm just gonna kind of dip it in. Oh, it's really good. I'm gonna prepare the packages. Now, these are made by Baby Brezza. These are incredible. They're reusable food pouches. They're basically the things that applesauce and yogurt comes in, but they're reusable. And on the back, they have a Max line. And again, these are by Baby Brezza. I grabbed these at Home Goods or TJ Maxx when I was in line. They were just like an afterthought. But you can buy them on Amazon, at Target, at Walmart. I will link these down in the description below as well. What I like is they come with this funnel. And you're looking at this thinking, what? This is not a funnel. It is though, if you think about it, when you're trying to pour into this pack, it can very easily close up and you can spill everywhere. All this does is kind of sit right at the top, so it's a big funnel. And then the bottom of these kind of pooches out and you can set them all on the counter and just pour it right in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill these up to the max line, which is 7 ounces on these, and pouring it in. So that's about it. Now, do not overfill past the max line. I've learned the hard way. So what happens is as you start to zip, the smoothie mix kind of starts to come closer to the top. So I filled it to the max line. That wasn't a good example. Of course it didn't do it while I was talking on camera. So let me do one more. We'll see if it goes up to the top. Okay, try number 2. Whoop. I overfilled that. So if you overfill it and you start squeezing, you're gonna kind of start seeing this mixture get all the way close to the top, and then it runs the risk of doing what it's doing right here, which is kind of oozing out of the top corner right up here. So you do wanna make sure that you stick to the lines, because if you go over, it will kind of ooze out of the top, and then you eat it. All right, so that made 5 smoothie packs and just enough left over in here for me to have a little snack, which is not a problem. Now again, I know it's cheating to throw crap in a blender and blend it up and make my kid drink it through a straw. However, I'm still getting the veggies in, and that's all that really matters because I pick my battles. So again, I'm gonna drop the links below for this awesome Vitamix that I love. My favorite kitchen tool by far, and I'm also going to put in a listing for all of these pouches, these Baby Brezza pouches that come with their very own handy dandy funnel. So again, if you like this video, you might want to consider subscribing, because I am going to show you what to do with the cauliflower pieces of this pouch in a future video to make a delicious cauliflower Alfredo that toddlers start eating by the spoonful. They can't get enough of it, and it gets their cauliflower in. And if you'd give me a like, I would really appreciate it. It really helps my YouTube channel out, and I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Good luck with the veggies, and have a great day.